One of the things I love about Beyblade X is how cheap it is to get into, and as such it makes buying gifts for bladers and others interested in the hobby nice and affordable, and given how expensive everything is nowadays, any way you can save money is definitely handy. So, whether you're looking to get some gifts for others or just to treat yourself because life is hard and you deserve something nice once in a while, I've put together a list of the best value, affordable purchases you can make that will help you in the meta. But before we get started, there's just a couple of things to consider. Some releases are harder to get than others, so just be careful not to buy fakes, as you can't use them in tournaments. They can damage your real bays and your stadium, and could even potentially contain all kinds of unregulated, hazardous, or toxic materials. Cheap materials smashing together at high speeds is not good for your health, so to easily avoid fakes, look for listings that explicitly say Beyblade X and Hasbro or Takara Tomy in the title, and use a reputable site like the channel's very own Gestorino.com. And if you're getting multiple bays for your kids and friends as an introduction to the hobby, make sure you don't get all stamina and defense type bays, as these sort of battles will get pretty boring pretty fast. So make sure you get an even spread of different bay types, or if you just want to go all out attack, that's also fine, but a nice balance of bits allows everyone to swap parts and see what works for them as bladers. So enough waffling, let's get into it in no particular order, starting off with Pegasus Blast Assault Turbo. This blade has seen loads of tournament wins on all sorts of builds, so you can run it however you like and still have a fair chance of winning. This release single-handedly redeemed people's opinions of the CX line, and although the ratchet integrated bit Turbo is far too chaotic to be competitively viable, it is still fun to use. Plus, it comes with a winder launcher and long ripcord, which is also handy, and as it's a coated bay, it can start to look a little bit sad after extensive use, so picking up a second copy isn't a bad idea either. Plus, then you can have Turbo versus Turbo games, which is the only time when Turbo ever gets a fair matchup. Whether it's for you or someone else, this is an essential release to pick up. Then at number 2, we've got Rock Golem on 160 Underneedle. Every single part of this release is competitively viable, with 160 especially being one of the most widely used ratchets in the game. The stock combo is actually really good, and in general this release is perfect for any blader, as Golem Rock is a great and competitive blade that you can run on a whole range of different setups and you'll still see success with it. Plus, even if you don't end up running it in your deck, it makes a great little punching bag for testing, and it also punches back as well. And then there's Tidewhale 580 Elevate. Not only are the blade and especially the Elevate bit both popular in the meta, this release is still frustratingly hard to get a hold of in a lot of areas, so if you can get one for someone, you'll be an absolute legend. It's not the easiest blade to use competitively, as is the case with a lot of balance type blades, but it's a lot of fun, and due to the downward sloping design of Tidewhale, it actually performs really well with a bit of extra height, often appearing in tournament winning decks on 70 height plus builds. Or perhaps consider picking up a Mummy Curse Random Select Booster Volume 8, because all 6 of the potential bays you can get from this release have some interesting and potentially rare parts. Plus, there's the chance you can get the prize bay, which, although we don't know exactly how Mummy Curse will stack up to the current meta, it looks thick and chunky with a lot of metal and is sure to be a lot of smashing good fun. Although just a heads up, as this won't be out in the West until mid-January, if you absolutely need something for Christmas Day, this isn't the one for you. And in at number 5, Sword Phoenix on 960 Gear Flat is an oldie but a goldie, where Gear Flat isn't necessarily the best, but it is a lot of fun for friendly matches. Both the blade and the 960 ratchet are constantly getting loads of tournament wins on a wide range of builds, plus it comes with a string launcher, so if you're looking for an entry purchase for you or someone else, this is an ideal choice. Or if you're lucky enough to find Sword Phoenix 580 Hexa in the wild, you need to grab that. You'll be a very popular blader if you gift one of these. But for those of us not fortunate enough to get them in the shops, Gestorino.com has you covered with a limited number of releases for this and a whole selection of the latest and greatest Beyblade X products as well. And I'm actually running a special winter deal on at the moment, so stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can get one of the latest Beyblade X releases for free. Because now it's time to talk about another excellent release that is pretty competitive even on its stock combo. It's Wand Wizard on 160 Rush. All 3 parts of this release are meta staples, and I would say it's one of the most essential gets in Beyblade X. This is an ideal gift for any blader, as it really is one of the best blades in the hobby, and even if they already own one, it never hurts to have spares, as Wand Wizard, like all bays eventually, will crack if used enough, so having a replacement on hand if that happens is always handy. Or if you're one of those people who absolutely cannot stand Wand Wizard, well, this next one's for you. It's Clock Mirage on 965 Ball. This set the new gold standard for stamina types and is the perfect purchase for anyone who's sick of being outspun by Wand Wizard and Cobalt Dragoon on Elevate. It comes in one of 3 colour schemes, and this has all the fun of a random select booster, but with the certainty of knowing what you're getting. And I know a lot of people were kind of hesitant about this blade when it first dropped due to the high burst risk, but it's been seeing consistent tournament wins, proving all of those doubters wrong. And although Solarclips on dual 570 trans kick might not have the absolute tippy top S triple tier mega meta mind blowing parts of some of the other releases on this list, it's heavy and can hit like a truck, plus it comes with a full-sized launcher and a long ripcord. Hooray! Plus, due to the mode changes of the main blade, assist blade and bit, if you get it for someone, you can smugly tell them it's almost like you're getting them 8 bays in one. And before we get to number 9, I only wanted to include single releases on this list, so if you're interested in a follow-up where I cover multi-packs, box sets, and other releases like that, please do let me know in the comments, and if you found this video useful, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. But number 9 is Sterling Wolf on 380 Freeball. This is one of those releases where you can run it on its stock combo and still have a pretty good chance of taking on anything the meta can throw at you. It's a great purchase for any blader, as Sterling Wolf is highly competitive and perfect for testing other combos against. And for a bay that is predominantly run on defense and stamina builds, it packs a surprising amount of punch on more offensive combos as well. Plus, as it is prone to cracking after extensive use, as all bays are, even if someone already owns a copy, having a spare one around is always handy. All of the parts are good, with the blade and freeball bit especially being meta staples. And while we're on the topic of wolves, my final recommendation is Wolf Hunt on free 060 disc ball, which is another stock combo that performs shockingly well. Is it the kind of build that can win a tournament? Probably not, but it's got some great parts, and the Hunt blade itself is not only pretty powerful, it's incredibly versatile and a lot of fun to use. So any blader who gets this release will see a lot of mileage out of it. And with the free assist blade already appearing in multiple tournament winning decks, this release is definitely worth picking up. And seeing as 'tis the season and I'm feeling merry, if you head on over to Gestorino.com and use code WOLFMAS100 at checkout on an order of £100 or more, you will receive a copy of Wolf Hunt for free. In fact, it's even better, it's -1 penny, so I'm actually paying you to have this blade. But those are the top budget releases you can get currently in Beyblade X, and I'd love to know your take on this, and if I've missed anything in the comments, as well as what is your all-time best value Beyblade purchase, and what Beyblades are you asking Santa for? Let me know down below, and I'll see you next time.